1987, a popular pizza place called Freddy's Pizzeria was opened. Sadly, during all of its accidents in the old days, they decided to close it down. Only happened to be rebuilt. The place has now been more popular than ever. The night security guard was transformed to the day shift. Let's just say he complained about the animatronics sneaking in the room and trying to forcefully stuff him up inside of Freddy Fazbear's suit. They moved into the day shift. But that's when I come in. My name is Jeremy. I was 18 years old and I decided to take the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place job. It needed a worker, and I decided it only was able for 20/20 vision, for people with 20/20 vision, and able to stay up for 24 hours. I thought it was kind of crazy, but I really had no problem with it. But I found out that it was kind of strange that why they even need a night security guard. I mean, the place looks secure. I thought it had a lot of dark secrets, but I really just didn't care. I took the job. While I was working the first day, and I got a call.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now, that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without a costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
First thing I thought was, well, this is my new job. I have to do what he says. Although I've never recognized his voice before. I tried thinking he was my boss, but no, it couldn't be. It could have just been a phone guy who had possibly worked there before, and his boss, my boss, told him. I didn't think that much to it, but as I was working around 1 a.m., I seemed to have noticed that the screen was glitching. It was kind of freaky, but I shined my flashlight. I shined my flashlight and saw no one. But when I checked the cameras, the marionette had popped out of its box. I wound up the music box and it slowly goes back down. I checked the show stage. Nothing. Same thing. Just normal. But "30 minutes later, I checked, and Bonnie was gone. He had disappeared. I thought it was a little insane, but I heard kids cheering, so I put on the mask, and no one.
Hi.
It was kind of creepy. I checked the left air duct. I mean right air duct. And saw Bonnie laying down, looking at me, staring. He looked like he was about ready to jump up and kill me. I knew I had to do something. 2 a.m. I'd barely passed. My eyes were starting to be really exhausted. I drank my coffee gulp and suddenly heard a laughter. It was creepy as hell. It was so damn creepy. It almost wanted me to shake. I just ignored it and decided it was regular stuff. But still, this is just a job. I mean, really, there's nothing wrong with this place. Is there? I really just ignored everything that was wrong about this place. That seemed wrong. I winded up the music box, but it sounded messed up. I heard a creepy song that I heard from the 1970s. It was called Happy Day. Or some like the people call it Payday. I looked at my clock and it was 6 a.m. My camera was glitching. And it turned off. I noticed at my clock it's like 6 a.m. A man came in, had given me $70. Second night. I didn't get a call this time. Thinking, ah! I heard static. Static that people would hear from the game Slender or something. It ringed my ears. It was really loud. I didn't want to hear it, so I just ignored it, but it got louder and louder and louder until eventually it stopped. Ugh, thank God. It's been 2 hours. 4 a.m. I checked my flashlight and noticed that Chica was standing in the hall with a cupcake. And I heard vents. Footsteps. It was creepy, so I checked the hallway light. And it scared me to death that I almost wanted to cover my ears. Chica jumped out of... I was checking my camera, and Chica just jumped at me. I ducked, causing Chica to hit the wall. Although, I got away. I ran down the hall, hoping to find someone to get the help I needed. But I was scared, as people would call it. Still. I was pretty shocked how an animatronic can move like that. How would an animatronic be able to move and get off stage? I began to run. Running as fast as I could. I was scared out of my mind that I couldn't do anything. If I was running, who would I go to? Who would I go to if I got out of this place? I tried opening the front doors, but they couldn't open. They were locked, like some metal door was blocking it from outside. What kind of place would put metal doors?